Hi everyone, I'm Jemaku Brimstone and welcome to the review of Dead Oak, the second and last EP by the band Authors. This year we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I think that over 2 years ago I did a review of Tides, their first EP. I did enjoy it, but Dead Oak, well, Dead Oak is where my history with this band started, because I've stumbled upon this EP completely by accident in 2015. When I first heard it, I was like, why is no one talking about this? Like, this is amazing. So I had to make this review to showcase this band. I think I also will be doing lyric videos for the entire EP, so hopefully I will post that on the same day as this review. Authors is a band from USA, was a band from USA. We've got those three dudes. I am not sure if this is the full lineup because I couldn't find any information about them anymore. Like this site, for example, does not work. Now let's focus on this band because I have much to share. The production is tight, no loudness or no clipping, just the way I like it. It's crisp, it's heavy, it has clarity but also some raw energy to it. It's like perfect to me. Message is diverse. This is a concept record about a dude getting lost in the woods and slowly turning into an oak. At least that's how I see it, because the lyrics are open to interpretation. They're like so interesting, so poetic, like you could read the lyrics and always find something new about them. It's hard to say what the hell is actually going on. This might be about a dude turning into a tree, but it can also be about finding yourself or losing someone you love, or like turning into someone you hate, or maybe becoming a better person, because it's hard to explain. The lyrics are fantastic, I must say. It's the reason why I'm doing the lyric video for the entire EP later. Check that out. Structure of the songs is advanced, so the only thing that is repeating in every song is the pre-chorus and chorus. The intro, the verses, the bridge parts, they're just wild. Like the intro, okay, but the first verse and the second verse, they're almost always slightly different guitar melodies, the drumming, the vocal patterns, they just do not match up, which makes the songs feel more progressive, I would say. And then the bridge happens. Sometimes the bridge is like 3 to 5 different segments all together, then they go back to the pre-chorus, chorus, and we get an outro, or even more variation. When it comes to the music genre on Dead Oak, it's completely different from their previous EP Tides, which was like more straightforward metalcore and post-hardcore. This one utilizes lots of experimentation. We've got metalcore elements, nu metal elements, progressive metal elements, post-hardcore, rap, hardcore, all of that stuff. Yeah, I was so surprised at how many weird things are happening throughout this EP and how many inspiration they've probably had from Enter Shikari, at least vocally in some parts. Like the vocals sometimes with the rapping and some of the singing remind me a lot of Enter Shikari's A Flash Flood of Color record from 2012. Now let's talk about the musicianship, the performance on this release. So let's start with the drums. The drumming is perfect, the grooves, the style, the precision of the drummers playing. It's tight, it goes hard, like he is always on point with everything. I have no complaints. Next is the bass work. It's audible. The bassist mostly follows the guitars. That's basically it. The guitar work, wow, that's amazing. I love the guitarist. Some of them are very minimal and, you know, melodic, eerie, some of that nu metal vibe to it, some crunchy, groovy parts, some breakdowns, some more intricate style here and there. So yeah, that's fantastic as well. And now the main hero of this band to me are the vocals, which are performed by the vocalist but also by the two other dudes, because I hear that they're like completely different accents and vocals, you know, it's not just one guy. When it comes to the vocal variety, we've got singing, screaming, yelling, shouting, rapping, growling. It's all here on this EP. Every single vocal line slaps. The clean singing especially, I was so surprised. No matter who is singing, because you know we've got more than one dude singing, every vocal line that is sang is perfect. Same with the screams, shouts, yelling. The rapping is on point. We even have a small spoken word section at the track Bone Poetry. I am just, astonished by the level of quality this EP has when it comes to the vocal performance. Now let's rate the individual tracks. The EP opens up with Among the Dead Oak, and this is like my favorite song from this band because it's the first I've heard from them. It has a music video, go check it out. And I must say that I love the structure here, the atmosphere of the song. It's very experimental, I would say. It shifts a lot. The song starts quite heavy, then we have a slight spoken word section, there will be no gravestone, let the leaves bury my lifeless body. But pre-chorus and the chorus is where all of the action is at. I just love that part. I thought if I could walk among the dead oak, I would finally be at peace, but finding solace isn't easy when I can see the specters beyond the pale trees. I've tried so hard to flee my silhouette. I'm gone forever in fear and regret. So that part, that chorus actually will return in the final song, just the lyrics will be slightly shifted, and I must say that that chorus, while I cannot sing for shit, I sound awful, the vocals of this band sounds perfect. That passion, emotional resonance in his voice when he screams, I'm caught forever in fear and regret, it's just perfect. It's like the icing on top of the cake. It's beautiful. Then we get some breakdowns. I love the breakdown with screams. Bones crumble! Like he's breaking his bones. And then at the end, the pre-chorus and chorus comes back. And we have like an extended part of the chorus where he also adds some of the screaming. I thought I would walk these woods for days. It was the beat of my dead heart in dead oak. So that's also a line that comes back in the final song. I love this track with all of my heart. Every single section slaps, but the pre-chorus and chorus in that outro section is what keeps bringing me back to this song, and it's the reason why I cannot forget about this band. So yeah, 12 out of 10. The Harrow Weald starts very nu metalish, tum 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 tum, and the DJ scratches tu 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 teko teko waka ko waka kaka ko waka waka ko waka waka ko kwa kwa. I love that stuff. It comes back in the song later on. Then we have a verse with some very beautiful singing. Here the dead shall never live. Then we have more crazier, faster verse, with rapping and screaming. And then, yet again, the pre-chorus and chorus. And I must say that the chorus here brings back that emotional intensity. You can feel the emotions, the sadness and rage that is building inside the vocalist's voice, and I just love all of that. The trees here have grown wise, in a different age they would be. Disease has claimed the lives of so many I can see. Outline against the sky, they waste and wither, pulling like veins they draw me in to redeem me. Lost that I could be, or ever was before the hands of the wind wielded me to the last day. Love that stuff, so beautiful, so emotional. That chorus again comes back at the end of the song, and I'm just so happy. It's like the band knows that they've created those very beautiful sounding choruses and they want to return to them, but everything else keeps constantly evolving and changes, and that's for the best, I feel like. Then you have a more heavier verse, then a breakdown, then the rapping and the DJ scratch. I love all of that stuff. I must say that I also love the transitions between the songs, because you never hear the transition. It's like the entire EP is like one very long song. This is 12 out of 10 for sure. The Augur's Clock, or however you pronounce that shit, this is the third song, and I love the beginning. It's very nu metalish, very full of energy and intensity. I'm running out of places to hide. The cool harmonics on the guitars and like scratches. I hear the whistles of the spirits in the back of my mind. And then, blood, I don't know much of death. Are they controlling my steps? Guiding me to the place I will rest. So he like purposefully goes with the lines longer, like guiding, like he stretches it out, and then goes very fast with the rest of the beat, and I just love that. It brings so much variety into the vocal department. After all of that chaos, we get a more laid-back moment, crack and pry, ink leaks from my eyes, something like that. Then the verses come back, but yet again the guitar riffs are like more demented. They are not the same as they were before. The vocals just keeps going and going. He's talking about how the forest is consuming him, so, or maybe evil thoughts. We don't know because it's open to interpretation. The forest is what you think it is. For me it's something different, for you it's going to be something different. After all of that chaos and breakdowns, the crack and pry laid back moment comes back, and then the chorus happens, and I just love the chorus because it has so much passion and energy, and the vocals are so beautiful. Like, you know, I'm the type of a guy who loves technical death metal, brutal death metal, deathcore, you know, music that doesn't have singing. The only music genre where I love all of the singing is nu metal. Most of them, but not every nu metal band, you know? So this is not a nu metal band, this band, but their singing is so good, like it transcends my bias towards clean singing, because in metalcore I would always skip songs with clean singing because it always sounded fake, popish, with lots of autotune, and all of that is not happening on this EP. It's like they're pouring out their souls to us with the singing. Give in to midnight, come lose your way. Your mind will be hollowed out, your skull thrown away. Surrender all will do us, will make you free. We know just what you crave, we'll give you the key. So that's the chorus. After that we have another laid back moment. The Augur's clock ticks with each reverberation of wings. 7 shadows within, without, covering, descending into me, something like that. Sorry for fucking it up. After that we get another heavier moment, then a cool breakdown, then the chorus given to midnight comes back, but we have some cool little backup vocals, you know, some whispers and singing in the background given. They sing almost the same thing, but in a different, you know, like melody. After that we get the outro, which will transition perfectly into the next song. So yeah, that's the Augur's Clock, 12 out of 10. Bone poetry starts like the main character is losing his mind because he's just maniacally laughing, and then he does the black sound and the breakdown happens and the cool guitar shifting noises, waka waka waka. Yeah, after that we get the verses. The only is kind of known, and then by leaf and bone, the ground beneath me moans, all alone, stitches my eyes shut, pulling on my tongue, do. So that's the verse, and after all of that, yet again, very heavy and angry moments. There comes a laid back moment, you know, the pre-chorus and chorus, and it's so beautiful yet again. So this is what it's like to bleed from life when the elements have called your name again. I am a totem to my sins. And then a cool guitar moment happens, tum 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 tum, and that part happens only once in the entire song. It's easy to remember that part because it's so unique. Then after that, yet again, heavier breakdowns, heavier verses. The drinking from my life, blood my water spill out from my veins. It sounds very horrific and like horror-like. After that, we get a breakdown within a breakdown, because a breakdown happens and then they shift to another breakdown, and that one is like my favorite heavier moment on the EP. Slip your hand, and my soul will wreck and rent, burn off dust, and to the dust will return again. I am Cain, the son of Allah made to be, carve my chest, and the dead shall never live. I love the guitar melodies behind the vocals because they are like in sync. The drumming, yet again, perfect. All of that just slaps. And after that we have a long outro with the spoken word like vocals, but he's also rapping at the same time. All of that is just perfect. Yet again, another song that is very unique sounding, one of a kind, 12 out of 10. We Are the Wanderer. This song is a slight departure from the previous ones, especially when it comes to its quality. It's more heavier in some parts, then we get some more laid back moments. The vocals aren't that good as on the previous songs. Don't get me wrong, they still slap, they're still perfect, but you don't feel as much emotional resonance as you did on the previous tracks. This one starts heavy, the shadows no longer seek me, so it's like the story changes. Maybe he's like accepted his fate and like he doesn't care anymore, but the song is very dark. I love the more laid back moments where the voices in the background sing, "Join us one, your time has come and gone away, this place has rearranged." So that's like hidden in the background in that very laid back moment. Then the chorus happens. "Seasons change, but how many times have I endured the winter?" Something like that. This chorus is the weakest chorus on the EP for me. It still slaps, don't get me wrong, but yeah, compared to the chorus from the first song or the third one, it doesn't stand up to that quality. Then you get some more heavier moments, breakdowns yet again, some more crazier experimental vibes, and then happens something beautiful at the end. They bring back the chorus from the Dead Oak song. "I tried so hard to flee my silhouette, I lost a bit of my dead heart in Dead Oak, got forever in fear and in regret, I lost a bit of my dead heart." So that comes back, it's like different. It sounds to me like the main character fails, but who knows, like you can interpret it however you want. So yeah, this song isn't that special, it is competent, it's great from beginning to the end. It doesn't have any second that I would be like, it's stellar from the beginning to the end, as I said before, but it does not grab me as much as everything before it, so I'm giving it a perfect score, but not 12 out of or 11 out of 10. It's just 10 out of 10 to me. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is ideal. Replayability, yeah, this is a timeless EP. It's the best extended play I have ever heard in my life. There isn't any moment here that I would change or remove. It's like one entity that breathes and lives. I am at loss for my words, actually. I'm losing words. So yeah, the highlights here for me are Among the Dead Oak, the Harrow Weald, Bone Poetry, the Augur's Clock, and We Are the Wanderer in that order. If you love metalcore, post-hardcore, progressive metal, nu metal, all of that stuff, you have to check this EP out. The lyric video is going to be on my channel soon, or it's already out, so go check it out, listen to it. Tell me, what do you think about the Dead Oak EP? Do you enjoy it? Because I know that no one has listened to it except me and like 6 of my best friends, which I would nag, just go listen to Dead Oak, it's great. And everyone is like, leave me alone. That's the review. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram, links in the description. Write down in the comments, what do you think about the Dead Oak? Do you care about it or not? Shout out to all of my patrons who are gracefully funding these videos. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do it. Join them if you want. I can make you a review or a Doom MIDI cover if you join the Patreon 2nd and 3rd tier. So try that, and I will see you next time. Bye!